that landscape of complete and total disaster, let's have a look at what Doctor Who's going to be doing. Oh, help us. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, let me show you something absolutely incredible. I have to open it up 1 second. So where's this start? Over here. So blew my mind that here. You know, I'm gonna do it again. So you see a real-time demonstration of this, right? Which I use for tonight's thumbnail. Hang on, I'm just opening up Photoshop. New Photoshop beta, right? Which has this thing called generative fit fill in it. 1 second. So here's what I'm going to do. First thing, where is it? I go over here. I'm going to do a screen grab of Donna Noble, right? We do capture and save to clipboard, right? So then, here, let me go to Photoshop. Hang on. Share screen. And again, this blows my mind. This is, I think, the cyber technology that blows my mind. So we go new, clipboard, and paste that in, right? Paste that in. So the first thing, I want to get rid of everything that's not Donna. So they've got this new AI tool here, which basically does that. You put it over your thing. And look at that. So it draws the outline. And boink, right? So I can get rid of it. But she's missing a leg, right? That's not good. So check this out. This is freaking incredible. I go over here and I just highlight that area. Is that showing up? Right, you can't see it, right? But I do click a button called generative fill and generate. And it thinks about it for a second. It's about halfway there. Right? Again, blows my mind. Nearly there. Go on, you can do it. I wish you. Oh yeah. So it just draws a leg in it. It gives you 3 different versions, and that's just freaking mind blowing, right? You have no idea how much work that saves me, right? You have no freaking idea how much work that saves me. Anyway, I mean that for look, when I see technology that improves my life. It's I'm always excited. Share screen. Doing. Second time round. So why we kind of know the story, but this is kind of a long article, so let's find out. They're back. During a break in recording on the 60th anniversary specials, Emily Cook called up with David Tennant and Catherine Tate to reflect on a series of unexpected events. Well, it's Emily Cook that essentially made this happen with the lockdowns, the washer-locks, right? That was great. Oh, right until Paul Cornell came and ruined it. On the 6th of April 2020, at the height of the COVID lockdown, David Tennant and Catherine Tate joined the hashtag Subwave Network WhatsApp group, ready to receive instructions for their first Doctor Who lockdown tweet-along. Ping! David, got it. Well, I mean, I don't really, but I'm happy to have found this. Ping, Catherine. Yes, I got no idea, but great to be connected. It was. I think this was really the best of the watch-alongs as well. This is one that had John Barrowman, before he got cancelled for the billionth time, crying at the end, right, when they're all around the time. This was, I don't know, for me, one of the high spots of the year. It was fantastic, right? 3 days later, we watched the 2008 episode, The Stolen Earth and Jonah's End. With Doctor Who fans around the world. Am I watching the right one? I'm wearing a long multicolored scarf and a floppy hat, tweeted David. Have we been in it yet, David? Don't tell me those children are us. Darling, you look exactly the same, mate, to tell you. In fact, you look a bit better. I saw you at those awards recently, and you look awfully wonderful and booby, if I may say so. At the end credits, David posted, very proud to be part of that. So many happy times and such a fantastic group of people to have worked with. Catherine said, I echo that. Stay safe, everyone. Sending you much love. Sending you all much part human, part Time Lord love. David has said, seeing that again made me very happy. Thanks, everyone. 8 months and 2 days later, on the 18th of December, we tweeted along to Runaway Bride. I forgot about that one. Again, that must be after Paul Cornell destroyed it. To think I had no idea I was ever going to come back, nor did Donna tweeted Catherine. Oh, did they already announce it coming back by then? I can't remember. Afterwards, more messaging, this time with former showrunner Rusty Davis, reminiscing about how much fun they had on Doctor Who and wondering only half seriously if they could ever do it again. Is there anything else? Who would have thought it? Okay, fine. I do like these posts they did for it. And then an unbelievable turn of events. 1 year, 5 months, and 2 days later, on May 20th, 2020, I find myself on location for a new episode celebrating Doctor Who's 6th anniversary with the Doctor and Donna. Oh, okay. So it was announced. When was it announced? I can't remember. When was that? Yeah, 1 second. If we go to Doctor Who magazine, where's the first one with them on it? Yeah, you got a feeling they were so happy to scrub the ways. We knew by then. Could it be before? David Tennant? Oh yeah, so it was way before this, right? Way. Here we go. So what year was it? When was this from? This is July 2022. So we must have known by about June 2022. May, June. Okay, so 20th May. That sounds right. Who would have thought it, said David. We're all locked down in our houses, and now we come back here again. Here we quite actually are. Catherine joins in. We joyously are. We joyously are. David replies. Here on this particular occasion is an underground parking park in Wembley in the middle of the night. It's incredible, says Catherine. David and Catherine return in, especially exciting for the now grown-up children like myself who watched the 10th Doctor's adventure with Donna Noble through the late noughties. Listen, the Zoomers, the Boomers, whatever, the Gen Xers, whatever, the Millennials, they are a serious economic force right now. They're what gave Barbie 150 million opening, right? It was exactly them. So they are an economic force to be reckoned with. Bit of a problem, really, because they're all massive twats. So I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that. Where are we? So here, blah, blah, blah. They're fans who I hope will look after us. They're fans I hope will look after us in our dotage. As for a new generation of young fans, they'll ask, who are these two old people? Look, guys, you don't look that much older. I hate to be the one to tell you, right? You may feel older, ready to feel old. Anybody under the age of 17 watching Doctor Who now wasn't even born when Catherine Tate made a debut as Donna Noble. Look, for me, a 17-year-old is like a 4-year-old, right? It's like, that's not surprising, right? That is not surprising to me at all. Right? But that 17-year-old doesn't know anything. That wasn't around. Man, it's 40-year-olds are morons who don't know anything, let alone 17 bloody year-olds. I mean, 40 is the new 30, which is the new 20. And they're all fucking infants, right? I mean, God, it's a mixture of like everybody I see in the Just all thing, they're all infants, regardless of their age, right? They just all are. So what are we up to? Regular 17 years. Okay, no, I understand you feel old, Emily, because you're what, like 21? Again, and I know you feel like you're grown up, but you're not. You want to how to feel like you're a grown up? Get married and have kids. That's normally like start living life. Where we're up to. So her debut Donna in 2006 Christmas special, but it's possible they were watching perhaps for the first time in December 2020 during the pandemic. Has significance. Catherine remembers. The Runaway Bride tweet along was when this all started. I didn't do that tweet along, says David. That's right. For the record, it was only Kathleen and Russell tweet along Runaway Bride, but they were great. Oh, that was before the Jonas End one. It kind of like snowballed, didn't it? David's contribution was a festive video message, but the three of us were texting along. Kathleen talked us through the sequence of events. How did rewatching your first episode turn into all of this? I watched Runaway Bride. I probably hadn't seen it since it was first out. I'm not on social media, so I was tweeting through something. Man, she is pissed at Netflix for canceling her series, man. I'm sorry, darling. It didn't do well enough. It's basically that simple. It just didn't do well enough. That somebody was me. Wait, are you Emily? What the fuck? She didn't know? That's fun. And that sounds like Catherine Tate to me. That sounds authentic. Wait, are you Emily? This is the first time we're meeting in person since lockdown. And my face is half obscured by a mask. Why? Are you masking in England? Or were they masking in England? Emily, hello. Yes. Sorry, I was tweeting through you. I watched the episode. Then after it finished, Russell texted me. I got the text exchange on my phone. And I said, "Oh, wasn't that marvelous?" And I think I said, "What great memories! Thank you for letting me play Donna. Thank you for the character. What a great character!" And he said, "God, I loved writing for you two. Wouldn't it be great if we could do it again?" Yeah, his memory was that she said it would be great if we could do it again. He said that in production notes a few months ago, or letter from the showrunner, whatever they call it now. X. Why can't we? His obstacle at the time was, well, we'll never get David to do it. I don't know why he thought that. I don't know why he thought that David chipped in. I don't know either. He did Big Finish with like literally whenever he can, right? He was very happy to do more. Oh, I like a box out. Let's see what the box out was. The scene that never was. Okay. No one could have predicted. Well, that sounds like War of the World. No one could have predicted that Catherine Tate live tweeting would be the key to unlocking a whole new era of Doctor Who. Well, let's keep in mind that the BBC were apoplectic about the failure of Doctor Who under Chris Chibnall. We're going to look at something soon. They've released a statement about the Timeless Child, saying Harknell the first. However, when we were preparing the Stolen Earth and Jonas tweet along in lockdown of April 2020, the original plan wasn't for Catherine to tweet at all. On April 3rd, Russell emailed, "I don't think there's an earthly chance of getting Kathleen online. Bear in mind, she thought the Sontaras were robots." Okay. I like this about Jackie Tyler as well. They're going to download me. Okay. I don't mean fictional Sontarans. I mean the men in suits walking around on set. She thought they were actual robots. Really? I find that quite endearing. Quite frankly, really. But I think, how did she think they're robots and not men in suits? I would love to talk to her. But I think I can't get something. I think I can get something out of her. She does love Donna. Fingers crossed. So on April 30th, Russell emailed again. Good news. Catherine Tate has agreed to record a little video clip too. As Donna. Hooray! She runs in horror from Twitter, I'm afraid. I'll write something for Catherine tonight, and she'll be more than up for that tomorrow. Do you remember the cringe fest that was Jodie in a cupboard during lockdown that they were so proud of? They did like a 4 or 5 page article on that, and it was so boring. That was like, oh God, it was so boring. If I could, man, let's see if I can find that quickly, because we might look at that next. 1 second. Doctor Who magazine, Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall, COVID message. Look, will I get the number come up straight away? It was April 2020. Oh, 1 second. I'm looking at fandom.com. Maybe they have it in Doctor Who. They say what issue of Doctor Who magazine that was in. No. Don't see it there. We might try and look for that in a second because that sounds funny. Hey, that sounds like we might have to revisit that. It was so cringe. She was awful. Oh God. I mean, wait a minute. Let me say. Wait. Let me go to YouTube and find that. YouTube. Okay. Wait. It's Jodie Whittaker. Doctor Who Lockdown. Oh, here it is. Twitter video downloader. No, it's YouTube video. YouTube video downloader. Because it's amazing because like how insanely bad it is. Go over here. Doink. Well, okay, we have to take a break and watch this. Because you can't remember how freaking awful it was. Right? No human being can remember how awful it was. Something went wrong. I didn't download that. I'll get a different downloader. Save from that. Let's try this one. It's shot. Here we go. That one didn't work either. We'll try this again. Nope, still not working. Why is it not working? We'll try this one. Okay, it says get link, converting, download. Did it download? I don't know. Download. Yes, here we go. Okay. That took some trouble, but it's worth it.
Oh, hi. This is an emergency transmission. If you're seeing this, the TARDIS must have detected an...
You're in a fucking closet. You're in a fucking closet, very, very obviously, right? And you forget how bad he was.
Upsurge in psychological signals from somewhere in space and time. Basically...
You can tell she has no idea what she's talking about, right? Like, okay.
I think somebody somewhere might be a little bit worried. I'm actually just self-isolating, or as I like to call it...
Sitting in a closet, right? Self-isolating. Okay, what? There are no kids that looked up to you, Jodie, right? There were literally no kids because nobody watched your piece of shit Doctor Who.
Hiding from an army of Sontarans.
Yeah, obviously you're hiding. You're Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who was shit.
Keep that to yourself. Now, here's what I do in any worrying situation.
I mean, like it's so, ridiculous how much he's trying to be like David Tennant. What do you do in worrying situations? Well, firstly, you should quit this job that you're clearly not qualified for. That'll be my number one thing.
One, remember, you will get through this.
We did, but not easily, right? And that's how I said this going through your entire year. We'll get through this. Doctor Who nearly didn't.
And things will be all right, even if they look uncertain.
Listen, I hate to tell you this. Kids loved not going to school and being locked down. It was grown-ups that went off the edge and were just drunk most of the day.
Even if you're worried, darkness never prevails.
You know what I'm going to do, by the way? You remember her excruciating speech in the Demons of the Punjab, right? Love is love. In all its ways, love. Love is love. And I'm going to play that next to a montage of drag today and all this weird sex stuff and the things for those textbooks where they show kids how to masturbate. 2,
tell jokes, even bad ones, especially bad ones. I'm brilliant at bad ones.
Yeah, you are, because you're not good at good ones, darling, let me tell you.
3, be kind.
Then fuck off. If you're kind, fuck off. And look, I think for the sake of the entire Doctor Who fandom, fuck off and never, ever come back. I'm not saying fuck off and kill yourself, because that's a decision for yourself, right? I wouldn't advocate that, but I wouldn't cry either.
Even kinder than you were yesterday. And I know you were super kind yesterday.
Oh, God, she's so patronizing. Fuck me. God. Like she's made like a nation of kids vomit on the screen right now in a closet.
Look out for each other. You won't.
Okay, again, doing what? You can't look out for you. You couldn't leave the fucking house.
Be the only one worried.
No one's worried.
Talking will help. Sharing.
Then shut up. No. You talking doesn't help.
Will help. Look out for your friends, your neighbours, people you hardly know, and family. Because in the end, we're all family.
You're not my fucking family, darling.
4, listen to science.
Oh, really? Listen to fucking science? Really? You're saying that about COVID? That aged badly now, didn't it? Hashtag died suddenly. Listen to science. Science that said a lab leak was fucking racist when it was obviously what happened.
And listen to doctors, right?
Never, ever listen to fucking doctors again. Okay, I'll listen to RFK. Thank you very much.
They've got your back. 5, stay strong.
Okay, see, this is the thing about why she's so awful as Doctor Who, right? It's the Doctor should be an anti-authoritarian authority. She has no authority, and she's an authoritarian, right? It's darkness doesn't prevail.
Stay positive. You've got this, and I will see you very soon.
Yeah. Okay. And a bunch of kids just jumped out of a building. Anyway, let's see that. So that's what we got. Let's see what we were going to get. On everything said, I was going to. I love that she thought the people playing Sontaras were robots. I was. Why? I mean, have you ever seen Chameleon? I was going to give Catherine a Donna scene which keeps grinding to a halt, where we left Donna in such a perfect place, it's hard to add to it. She's a millionaire now. The doctor gave her that lottery ticket, so Donna's monologue becomes odd. I might ask Catherine to just say hello. I'll see how it's going. Maybe she'll do something, but she'll do something. So on the 16th, she said, I emailed Russell. David had just emailed to say Catherine wants to get involved on Sunday. I'm trying to gauge how much she wants to do it and what she's comfortable with, but we may end up with some live tweets from her too. I've suggested a group WhatsApp chat with two of them so they can post their comments together and react to each other. Then, just get someone to tweet for it, for God's sake. Then I can convey it all to Twitter in real time. Exciting! So we don't know what so he basically couldn't have an idea for a scene, is what he's saying. Later on that day, great news about Catherine. I just texted her to confess that Donna Noble wasn't working and that she was... Wait a minute. How come Donna's not a millionaire? This is a different Donna. Please let it be a different Donna. Be a different universe. How come she's not a millionaire? She got the lottery ticket. Interesting. That's a question I hadn't thought of. Okay. I just texted her to confess that it wasn't working, and she was delighted because she was having the same problem. But if she can tweet as well, brilliant. She's fine with texting. We have hope. Okay. Maybe it was your schedule or something, David laughs. Maybe it was your schedule or something. David laughs modestly. I am terribly busy. Well, Dave, you're terribly charming. I just wish you could get off like the tranny stuff for a little bit, right? Like, stop saying it's kind to encourage kids to cut their cock and balls off. It's not, right? Stop telling kids it's kind to encourage them to cut their tits off. It's not, right? It's weird and it's creepy. I am terribly... Well, I do like him pretty much everything is in, I have to say that. And then you do remember I texted David and said, Russell, would you like to do... Well, I texted Dave, was it? And then you remember I texted you, David, and said, Russell, would you like to do Doctor Who again? How do you like those apples or something? Right? And David replied, I'd love to do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. Again, he's never been reticent to what this has clearly been the best time of his life and the best job he had, right? And I never thought it was an issue. That the only issue was his schedule, right? And I guess, if you schedule early enough ahead, that you can get him, right? And he also wants to do it. And, I do believe he's probably being paid for his work, right? Don't you? That does seem likely. David Mullen says Whittaker plays a role believing she's entertaining under sevens. To anybody above that age, she comes condescending. Exactly right. You're exactly right. So I texted Russell back, continues Catherine, and said, David Tennant is in. Let's get the band back together. And then I got a text from Russ said, oof, right, this will take some mighty thinking. I'm sure we said all this not thinking it would ever actually happen, even for Russell. I think you're probably true there. But like that Donna isn't rich makes me think this is in another universe, right? And I think everything might have just come together that way. The bit I want to know from Russell wonders, David, is what was the development from that? My theory, says Catherine, is it's in Doctor Who magazine, right? Or at least a version of it. Is always it's sci-fi. You can make up your own rules, and there's always be an anniversary or something that's coming up. That won't be there. There always an anniversary coming up, won't there? Look, basically, she's right. Hate to tell you, clever thing. Being clever will do the trick. What I mean is, says David, what happened between him having the idea for one story and thinking we'll all get back together and do one special to doing 3 specials to now running the show again? Well, I think that was the BBC. BBC was essentially, we'll suck your dick! For fuck's sake, Russell, we will do fucking anything. Please come back to Doctor Who. Oh, we're begging you. Since this interview was conducted, Rusty Davis has explained in pages of Doctor Who magazine 584 and 586 about his second fondly dubbed RTD2 by fans came about. At the time of speaking with David and Catherine, it was relatively early days, and their return had only just been announced. As I said earlier, said Catherine, I'm not on social media, so I have no idea what the reaction was. It was pretty huge, darling. Right? We were somewhat stoked about it. As long as they remember us, that's where my part. We remember you, Catherine. Okay, it's just nice not to have to lie to friends anymore, says David. It was nice to be a bit more open about what one is doing without giving away too many details. It was a big secret, stresses Catherine. It was very under the radar. And listen, I'm just hoping when all these big secrets they say they have are revealed, we're going to feel much better about this new era. Don't know yet, right? Was there anyone they entrusted the secret to? Well, I guess the people who worked for the BBC. Do like he's not that special. It's so bizarre to me that this kid is adopted, when to me he looks like the spitting bloody image of David Tennant. It blows my mind. There was a couple of people in my life who sort of figured it out and didn't, and I didn't disabuse them, says David. There are a couple of people I told just before the announcement, like my kids. What was their reaction? It was really sweet, actually. Ty, who's 20, and of course was a kid when I was a doctor, was the first time around. He was absolutely delighted. I don't think I pleased Ty that much, probably ever. Well, okay. I mean, he was pretty good in House of the Dragon as well. I wonder if he had a hand game with that job. I don't know. He must have done. Because he's a generation that experienced it as a kid, he's now old enough to enjoy the revisitation of that. That's a powerful thing. I do agree. That's a powerful thing. I told my daughter quite early on, says Catherine. Is that your daughter like on the TV show with the dick? I don't know. Is she good at keeping secrets, though? Asked David. Very, very, very. And then I realized, as I said, I thought, oh, I'm not sure. I should have given the information to a teenager to be like, don't tell anyone for a year. But she didn't. Okay, she probably didn't care. You don't want to burden somebody with a secret like that in any way. Yeah, I do hear that. You know, it's killing me. I know a couple of things that are supposed to be coming out this year that they haven't announced yet. That sound freaking awesome, right? And man, they should announce some of this stuff. They really should. But I can't say anything, and I'm excited by it though. So that's why I want to spill the beans. And then, but here's the thing: I would spill the beans if it's just between, like, you and us. But somebody else told me, when somebody tells me something in confidence, I won't break that confidence, right? There was a couple of people who obviously got wind of it somehow and asked me straight up to my face, and I just lied to their face. Well, David, you did that very well. David really was a master of that when he says, "Listen, whatever answer I give, you're not going to believe me." I did lie to your face. I hope you understand. I'm sure you know how it works. So there was a bit of that. Okay. David and Catherine have thrown themselves into the evening shoot. David has been running on his knees so energetically that he's worn a hole in his nice new trousers. That sounds good. It's like Doctor and Donna have never been away. It's kind of like that on when they did a Big Finish, but his Big Finish stuff was too throwaway. Both of them, of course, reprised their roles in Big Finish audio drama. I will say this: Catherine Tate's series she did wasn't throwaway because it was a unified story. It was 4 parts of one unified story called Kidnapped, and it had a point to it. It wasn't like the lightness of the soul, happiness, happiness and goodness, or whatever generic shit they call their box sets. Did they feel they had to do much catching up with the character in terms of bringing back on screen? No, I didn't, says David. I don't think it ever left his mind. I didn't go back and watch, partly because I was terrified. Yes, let's not compare and contrast, last Catherine. No, I didn't either. Also, they're not necessarily the exact same versions as they were. So this is the thing everyone's been talking about. Yeah, listen, this is not the 10th Doctor. This is the 14th Doctor. They've been very, very clear about that. Although I don't think it is. I think Shooting Up was the real Doctor, and this is a skin that the Doctor is being forced to wear without knowing it. David points out. And as Donna doesn't understand any of it anyway, as Catherine says, neither me nor Donna know what's going on. I believe my soul is too lowbrow to comprehend what happens. I believe it is too, darling. I believe it is too. My intellect is too low rent. Okay, I think that's fair. It's quite tricky for me. It's almost so it's almost would have been counterproductive to put those adventures in my head. That's me being quite method. I hear that. Okay, also sounds like, it's the easier thing to do. But also, look, I mean, you basically played Donna like you played everything else, right? You played Donna. You read the words on the script and you did that. Or just an excuse not to doing any research homework, David teases. I just did too. I like to fresh start where I like to start afresh where Donna is right now. Also, David, we don't know where she is now. Also, David nods. The Doctor's been 3 different people in the meantime. As again, I hope they're going to give room and headcanon to erase Jodie. So I'm not necessarily the same version of the Doctor that I was before. I'm not the 10th Doctor now. I'm the 14th. Well, strictly speaking, we don't know what actual number the number is anymore. Actually, that's not the case, right? That's not the case. Let me interject for a second, because the BBC put out this weird statement. Let me find it, because I got it here somewhere. It's over here. Right. So the BBC put out this really bizarre statement about the Timeless Children. Recently, right? Recently, this was from 2020. I take that back. The fact BBC never felt to need to issue a statement like this is insane, right? But they did issue a statement like that. I don't understand. The BBC has issued statements corresponding to the complaints about Doctor Who and the Timeless Children story arc in season 12. So let's see what it says. Doctor Who is a beloved long-running series, and we understand that some people feel attached to it in a particular idea they have of the Doctor. What? Being the Doctor, right? Yeah, I don't expect the Doctor to be a goldfish, right? No, I don't expect the Doctor to be a villain. I don't expect the Doctor to be a moron. I don't expect the Doctor to be an authoritarian, right? Yeah, I don't expect any of that. I expect the Doctor to be the Doctor, right? And I don't expect the Doctor. I mean, like, again, Batman. If it's about a a man in a, what was it? Neil Gaiman said there's a man in a yellow hat who has a bat. It's not Batman at that point. Once you like female James Bond, it's not James Bond. Black James Bond, it's not James Bond. And to be clear, I'm not saying a black person or a woman can't be a kick-ass spy. They can be, but they can't be from an ancient aristocratic English family, and a damaged misogynist, right? They can't be that at the same time as being they can't be black because everybody from ancient English families were white, right? That's just the way it is. Like somebody's complaining about there weren't any black characters in Oppenheimer. That's correct because they were all white people who made the bomb, right? I'm sorry. That's not really a flag waving thing of pride. Oh, let's stay on here. Is that the dog? Sounds like the dog. I don't know. Daisy, is that you? Oh, that's my daughter. Nearly the same thing. Looking for fish. Don't ask. I don't know why she thinks there's a pond here. No, nobody asked. Okay, so fine. Opinions are strong, and this is indicative of the imaginable the Doctor Who has. No, you took a shit on it and destroyed it, you morons. So many people engage with it on so many different levels. Well, you engaged on it on miscasting somebody and making it unwatchable garbage. So that's sort of interesting way. We wholeheartedly support the creative freedom of the writers, and we feel creating an origin story is a staple of a science fiction writing. He already had an origin story, and the character's called Doctor Who. It's supposed to have a little bit of fucking mystery, you morons. What was written doesn't alter the flow of stories from William Hartnell's Brilliant Doctor onwards. Yes, it did. But they're basically saying forget about it, right? It just add new layers of possibility to this ongoing saga. No, it doesn't. I mean, like, I love it when they have, like, these completely sexualized drag shows and they call them family friendly. No, they're pornography. We've also seen many positive reactions to the show's cliffhanger. Yeah, no, you leave it alone, okay? So, yeah. Timeless Child, even the BBC walked it back. For good bloody reason. So, with that context, let's go back here. David says there's been... I don't know what number we are. Don't we? Ask Catherine. Should we explain the Timeless Child to Catherine? What's the point? It's gone. They completely retconned it away within Chibnall's own era. They never answered any of the questions because he expected Azira to go for 5 years, right? And he got cut off short because he was shit. Catherine last, what is it, like a quiz or something? A quiz I won't know the answer to. If you don't know the people playing Sontarans or people in suits, you probably won't know the answer to these questions. Well, it went on during Jodah's era, David said. Wait, is that the Flux? No, the Flux was the thing that destroyed 3/4 of the universe and then nobody noticed, right? A bit of that. There's a whole other Doctor now played by Joe Martin. What do you mean? That's exactly what we said, Catherine. That Jodah's Doctor met another version of herself. She met a previous version, or it could be a future version, which was a big surprise to everyone, including her, including the Doctor, explains David. That's right, isn't it? I think I got that right. From a standing start, there's a lot to catch up on. I mean, I guess so, but just say it was shit and they want to forget about it. I don't think it means you can't jump in and enjoy the ride, but if you're going to immerse yourself in it, there's a lot. There's 6 years worth of stuff. Well, again, I wouldn't count the last 3. This anniversary will be celebrated later in 2023 with not 1 but 3 anniversary specials: the Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder, and the Giggle. What's this? Which specials are David and Catherine most excited about? Finally, we're finally at a question I'm vaguely interested in. This from now? Wow. Oh yeah, must have. Was this from now when they announced? This must be from when they did the interview. Like in the last paragraph. Gosh, they're all so different, considers Catherine. I think the one we're doing today, the Star Beast, is very joyous. I'm looking forward to that. And again, I would have been fine with Yasmin Finney if they didn't keep banging on about trans rights being human fucking rights. What rights don't they have? The right to shit wherever you want. That's essentially it. That really is essentially it. Oh, a second. Hang on. I just realized I haven't said hello to Rumble. Is anybody there? Oh, the people. Is there anybody in the chat in Rumble? Let me just refresh. Well, hello, Rumble people. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also, you can send me a super chat on Rumble. I didn't even notice that. That's you're more than welcome to do that. Anyway, where are we up to? And it's based on a Doctor Who comic strip, which Big Finish lucked out by adapting. They could really do well with that. Published in Doctor Who Weekly in 1980, which I remember. We've got the comic strip guys, Pat Mills and Dave Gibbons coming in. Oh, really? And I'm desperate to meet them. Those are big, proper, important stories, and they're just a blast. They are, right? And it's Russell, Julie Gardner, Phil Collinson, Jane Tranter as David. We really did get back together again. Yeah, I think Murray Cole's doing the music as well, isn't he? Says Catherine. Get the band back. Says Catherine. It's also familiar, I have to say, though. I forgot how much running was involved. My boots are so uncomfortable. Were they made for walking, darling? I'm going to see if I can change them. I want to see what I want it to happen that at the beginning of episode 2, Donna goes, I found these trainers in the TARDIS, and I remember there's a lot of running involved. I might have to do that. I can't wear these boots. I bet that does happen, right? I bet that does happen. Boots aside, it's so much fun, grins Catherine. David Smile said, look, they got through a whole article without talking about chicks with dick. It's quite impressive. Pre-pandemic, you would never have managed to imagine you'll be back here now in any way. Well, I think the BBC probably would have come and begged at one point. No, never, said David. And I think it's nice to come back and do one day and as a one-off, like the comic relief or children needs or children in need or something, suggests Catherine. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, exactly, says David, but not another proper go like this, because it's not how the show has worked previously. I mean, again, that Sonic Screwdriver was very backward looking. I hope it's going to, the shooter's going to be forward looking, but he's not super gay, right? That's basically what I want. There's no point of reference for this to happen, is there? Continues Catherine. I never thought I'd have a second bite at this, but it's wonderful, says David, and bountiful. It does feel like being given a lovely present. Well, it felt like that for us as well at the beginning, and then again, the last 6 months has not been good. It feels like that for fans too. Take it from a fan, right, in this article. It did, but again, you're young. You think chicks can have dicks, right? Because that's the weird world you live in, darling. Well, thank you for making it happen, says David. Thank you, adds Catherine. Well, she did, and she deserves credit, right? If you hadn't done the tweet along, so it's not just, so it's not me who brought it together. It's you, Emily. It actually is. It was a butterfly effect. There were so many events that had to happen, like a worldwide pandemic, points out David. That is true. And an army of Doctor Who fans showing up for their favorite show and for each other at a time of unprecedented global uncertainty. It takes a village, says Catherine, and we're the village elders. I hope it's going to be good, right? I do hope it's going to be good. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.